Hey, babe.
Hey.
How you doing?
Good.
You remember when we was talking about me taking the lead? Guess what? I'm taking the lead. So I got a surprise for you.
What you got?
That's right. Not
What are
601.
those?
Paint. We're gonna do some body paint. That's right. Give me on.
You serious about this, ain't you? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You
It's
doing
coming
pretty
in.
good. Hey. Ooh. You Picasso.
Okay.
All right.
That's what I'm talking about. Shoe, girl. Looking all good.
You Beethoven too, ain't you? Bam. Do the bite roll on you.
Shoot, baby. Now I don't know if it's gonna wash out,
but we'll wash together.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure you want this bald head? All right. Well, folks, y'all ain't gotta go home, but y'all gotta get the heck on out of here.
We keep it real. Expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and sip some tea. Join the KOED family. We're about relationships and review. Making it fun just for you. Go with God, let God go with you. It's time for Courtney and Eddie.
Hey! I always put God first. What's up, KOED Ken folks? How y'all doing tonight? Welcome back to another video of Courtney and Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka E-Dub. This is my lovely wife.
Courtney, also known as Coco.
This right here is Courtney and Eddie. This channel is all about relationships. It's all about reviews. It's all about entertainment. And tonight, we're going to be talking about Married at First Sight. And to me, this episode tonight was kind of like, meh, but she thought it was pretty good.
So if you're brand new to this channel, you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And like we always said, make sure you hit the like button, y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. It is crucial if you want to see, because somebody told us in our Patreon is that, you know, they have to go searching for our name in the YouTube thing saying Courtney and Eddie Married at First Sight to see us, because it's not popping up in their, you know, YouTube time feed. So y'all make sure y'all hit the like, make sure you share it if you got somebody to share it with, because we need to make sure that we pushed up in the algorithm and we stay up there. And make sure your notification bells are on. So y'all, yeah, make sure y'all still subscribe, because sometimes people say they subscribe and then they unsubscribe. So y'all make sure, because we want to continue to provide y'all with content and we want to make sure that it's being seen.
This is the PSA from E-Dub Jr. What you guys say? Yes, like and subscribe. Push us up in the algorithm, please. For $1 a day, you can feed 2 people, Courtney and Eddie. So please hit the like and subscribe. Thank you. How did I do? You did pretty good. All right. Bye, Coco.
And don't forget that we have a Patreon. So make sure that you guys sign up for our Patreon. And first of all, speaking of Patreon, shout out to our Patreon member, y'all. I mean, like, that is like, what they call it? You got family, then you got immediate family. And that's like our immediate family. You know, we appreciate you guys from the bottom of our heart. We posted something in there and you guys did not hesitate to give us your opinion and your heart about, you know, what we shared with you about.
Yeah, we really do appreciate that, you know. And the thing is this, you know, we get a lot of people in the comments, not a lot, but some people in the comments say, "Oh, you guys made my day, you know, y'all made me laugh." And some people lean on us just to get them through the day. Vice versa. Sometimes we lean on y'all, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we might have a rough day and somebody in the comments might say something and just to encourage us, you know what I'm saying? Encourage us, push us a little bit, you know, and we appreciate it. So all those words and all those comments on the Patreon, people, we really, really, really do appreciate it. So thank you.
And speaking of Patreon, we'll get to it. But don't forget that we have a big announcement. I don't know. I think I may have shared it on another video. But we have a big announcement that we're going to share once we hit 20,000 subscribers. We're going to share that big announcement, something new that we're bringing to this platform that most of you guys will be excited about. So we shared it in our Patreon, great details. And so, yeah, we're ready for the next level, baby.
Yeah.
Next level.
And forgive me because my science is starting to drain.
Yeah, but he didn't go to the emergency room like I did today.
They don't want to hear about that. Don't anybody hear about your...
Take you some Mucinex.
Come on, get to see.
That mucus.
Hold up.
But I'm the one that went to the ER in the middle of the day, and I went over there, and I was breaking out, and my eyes was swelling up, and I've been itching for the last 3-4 days. Hair, neck, face. I mean, just breaking out everywhere and everything. And so body itching, and then come to find out that I got the hay fever, and so they done gave me some shots and medicine and stuff. And I'm really surprised that my face is looking pretty normal, but this morning it was puffed up under my eyes. So forgive us both because, we're going to have to clear our throat because, this is what we get and what we doing. But if we stayed in Vegas, we probably wouldn't have these issues. Okay.
Keep in the comments. We do not care. We do not care. No.
They done fast forwarded.
We do not care.
They done fast forwarded. I'm telling you. So, all right. So,
my joke.
It's called Getting to the Crust.
Just like the crust in your eye. Like the crust in your eye. Oh, that crust in your eye. I got the hay fever. Yes, you do. Oh, that funky crust.
Ain't no crust.
It is crust.
Well, get it.
I ain't touching that. Get the hay fever from you.
So anyway, it's a crust, baby.
No, child, ain't no crust.
So anyway, it's called Getting to the Crust of Things. 24 days into decision day. Chris and Nicole, and don't forget we have a merch store. So yeah, make sure you go to it. Chris and Nicole and her dad are doing goat yoga.
Goat yoga.
Bah.
Would never do it. Don't want to do it. My back probably can't take it. The goats climbing my back, and they might use the bathroom on me, and I'd be mad. Can't sue the people because, like you said earlier, we probably make you sign some kind of disclaimer.
Probably do. Like when we went to
it ain't about us.
Yeah, the snow mountain, and we signed a waiver.
Yeah, should have known something.
And he thought he was about to lose his life.
I did see my life flash in front of my eyes going down that hill.
He was so serious.
I was dead serious, man.
I don't know if y'all saw. I think I posted. Did I post it on YouTube?
Yeah, I think so, man. I should have known something. You
gotta be careful when you're doing stuff like that. So basically, Chris was asking, is there anything about Nicole? Have you seen growth? Dad said yes. Also, Dad said, hey, you can call me Dad now because, seem like good. But I was saying to decision day or till he's seen some growth, of them. But,
Yeah, he went to yoga. Goat yoga with the dad. And Dad's now, you can call me Dad now. That was easy.
So let's move on to Shakia and Kirsten. So they getting ready to go see Dr. Pepper. Kirsten did make a comment and said, man, I wish we were seeing the experts more because that last conversation we had, we needed them to come in and intervene. And so we know now that the experts, Chad, we're going to see them about once or twice the season. It seems like once or twice a season. And they just going to rotate. So I don't know if the budget has been cut at Married at First Sight. And like you said, could have been why Dr. V left because she ain't getting no more airtime and I ain't getting no more money like that. So they couldn't the budget.
If they're going to cut the budget, why have the after party show? Why have couples cam, because that's you spending money on that.
Not much.
Not much, but you got to pay Keisha, don't you?
No, I ain't talking about Keisha. But did you see couples cam?
I get that. Yeah, I know they probably
ain't merch because it was bad.
I know the budget.
Sound. And so anyway, but after party, I don't know. By them combining it into the show, I mean, is it really paying it?
I forgot they gave you shots at the hospital, so you crumped up tonight. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So anyway, let's move on. So Kirsten was talking to Dr. Pepper, and she was just saying it seems like their problem is communication. They have communication issues.
Like most couples.
Yeah. And so she said that Dr. Pepper said a thing that I thought was, that was pretty good is that, a lot of times people say treat people the way you want to be treated, but in actuality, you need to treat people on how they want to be treated because everybody's level of treating is not the same.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You may want somebody to rub your feet all the time, and in turn, you rub your partner's feet, or get them a massage, or buy them flowers and gifts and stuff. And that's not their love language. So you need to figure out what works for them, and then they figure out what works for you, and you guys will I think that would be great in friendships, relationship, partnership, business, whatever kind of ship you got, because it's going to help you not to be selfish and just think it's all about you and what you want. And then you're giving out to a person that's maybe out your comfort zone on giving them what they desire and what they want. How you feel,
yeah. The main thing is this. Most people, I'm not even going to say most, a lot of people, they're selfish. And when you're selfish in a relationship, marriage, friendship, situationship, whatever, you still, it's going to ruin that relationship because they thinking about themselves. They thinking, I know you better than you know yourself, so I'm not gonna be concerned how to treat you the way you want to treat you. I'm gonna treat you the way I want to treat you, and that's how conflicts and everything starts. So yeah, I agree with you, but a lot of people get selfish like that. Hey, they're not gonna take the time and effort to get to know that person and treat that person. They feel like they should be treated or
right.
What they want. Like especially prime example. Even though you like, fancy your love language is gifts, right? Well, man, I ain't got no money to buy no gifts for you. I touch you, but that's not your love language. So yeah, that's how things kind of fall apart.
Yeah.
How you gonna have cheap people like me?
My love language ain't gift. You use it as an example.
Yeah, your love language is food.
No, it's not.
Yeah, everything you do with food, happy dance. I get to the right.
Yes, sir. So anyway, so Kirsten was just also saying too. First of all, I know that Dr. Pepper, honey, she done got her makeup, honey. She done got her face dirt and stuff. That she done lost some weight. Dr. Pepper said she is gonna work really hard for this chick, honey, because she wants to stay home.
She did all that, but she got less airtime.
Yeah, I wonder do they know that? No. Anyway, so she was just saying just explaining some stuff about her past, and she was just saying that she grew up and her parents got divorced, I guess, when she was young, and she had to stay in 2 different homes. And she learned to kind of bottle her emotions in and just kind of, in a sense, I want to say, go with the flow, making everybody else happy while she kind of suffered and not really expressing her feelings. And so now it has led into relationships. So much stuff, if we pay attention to the signs, so much stuff happened in our childhood that develops us into this grown adult that still got childhood issues that we need to be delivered from, and we need to be healed from, and as they say, past trauma. And so now she's just trying to function in life because she don't show her emotions, she don't express what she desires and all that stuff. She just bottles it in.
I wonder, did she ever go to therapy for that?
Yeah. Everybody on here needs to go to therapy. That should be a requirement.
Yeah.
So, when you sign up for the show, we finna take you to such and such, and let's get some of this, because you doing therapy in front of us.
Right, and that's the thing. Maybe they don't want you to go to therapy because if you come on the show with baggage,
it helps.
It helps with the ratings and keep the show, people involved in the show, keep people interested in the show. And I get it. What I'm saying? It's still about entertainment. You know what I'm saying?
And then too, another thing, and I must say this, is that other people probably can see themselves in a Kirsten or somebody else, and they can learn like, wow, that's me.
Yeah. Okay, we go with that.
So she did say that Shaq explained his part. You want to tell his part, baby, about his mom?
What did he say?
His mom his mom worked a lot, and in turn, he didn't feel like he was getting the attention or the love from his mama because she was working so much.
But that's the problem with single mothers. You know what I'm saying? If you want to provide a good life for your child, you got to put in, the grind, and you're not at home like you should be. And most kids, they do miss that nurturing from their mom because the mom is at work trying to make sure they got a roof over their head. And, it's kind of hard to balance that. And to me, that's a trauma and an issue kids have nowadays because they don't have that nurturing no more. See, that was a good thing about having big mamas in the neighborhood, okay? Because they could step in that role the mom couldn't do because the mom was at work. Big mama could step in and nurture that child.
Are you talking about big mama or you talking about lady in the neighborhood?
Lady in the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? And we didn't,
tell your mom what you doing.
Yeah, we had one in the neighborhood we used to call Big Mama, and she nurtured all the kids in the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Because either the mom was at work or something.
She sat on the porch.
She sat on the porch, watched the kids play, and that's what she did.
Yeah, we all kind of knows itself. She gonna tell.
And she gonna tell, but
Gonna say something.
But she basically helped raise the kids in the neighborhood, and that's what's lacking nowadays.
From that porch.
Yep, from the porch.
She ain't getting up now because she gonna holler at you. Where you going? Your mama know you going down there.
And she have
she
even have a long gown on, or a pink robe on, and a muumuu and some slides on. Yeah, and she gonna be on that front porch rocking back and forth and watching the kids. Make sure get out out there, you gonna hurt yourself. Yeah, and and that's what that's what's lacking. We don't have the big mamas no more.
Yeah. Or nowadays, I said this somewhere. Nowadays, you can't say nothing to nobody children, child, because they mama gonna come with the slides and the moo on and tell them, my child said, don't say nothing to him. Yeah, he is fine. See, so, that's the era we in.
Yeah, so that's why Shaq feels the way he feels, because he saw other kids' moms around. His mom wasn't around because she was too busy working.
And his dad
was too busy working too. So
you didn't miss that part, I tell you. So the dad, he didn't see his dad.
I got that part. Ooh, I'm just tired. Yeah, he didn't see his dad till he got 17. Basically, his dad abandoned him when he was a child. So he came back and met his dad when he turned 17. So he had a resentment towards his father because his father wasn't around. He asked him what happened, why he left, and his father, he never did get an answer to that, did he?
I don't think he gave us an answer.
And so he resented his father.
Way deep.
Yeah, so he resented his dad for that. But he said, you know what? I'm going to forgive my dad. So he went to his father and said, I forgive you. Let's make anew. Let's start from this point and have a relationship. So that's where they're at now.
So Dr. Pepper asked, well, how is the intimacy and,
the chemistry, not the intimacy,
I thought she said intimacy.
I thought it was chemistry.
I wrote down intimacy.
It could have been that.
So Shaquille said, it's better. And intimacy, of course, don't mean sex. You know what I'm saying? But I know that.
Oh, really? I thought it did.
I teach you stuff all the time.
I learn something new every day.
So Dr. Pepper, so Shaq was just saying it was getting better with a little smirk on his face. You know what I'm saying?
It's getting way better.
And
way better.
What we saw it was shit.
Yeah. All right, Shaq.
So they did talk about, like the kiss and stuff like that. And he was just saying, well, now Kirsten wants to be more intimate, or intimate, not sexual, but intimate. And
the kisses on the forehead, to me, is an issue. It's an issue with that because to me, it's like a father would do a daughter like that, kiss on the forehead. And when she said something about her dad, she was missing her dad. I said, okay, is she trying to replace her dad with Shaq? You know what I'm saying? You forgot to kiss me on the forehead before you went to work. To me, you know what I'm saying? So, you don't get what I'm saying?
You kiss me on the forehead every day.
Yeah, but I kiss you on the forehead and I kiss you,
We kiss on the lips.
Yeah. See, that all they was doing.
Was you afraid to say kiss you? I kiss you on the...
I don't know. I thought you would get flagged. What? You kiss your wife on the lips? Oh, yeah.
So, I think what Kirsten was texting him back and saying, I want more kisses, like I want a real kiss. That's what she was texting him.
I thought she said she texted him saying that you forgot to kiss me on the forehead.
No, what I gather is that she want a real kiss. I got the forehead kiss, but she want a real kiss.
He said he went to work and forgot to kiss her, or he walked out, he didn't kiss on the forehead.
Okay. And then, but basically in that, she was just saying too that she wants a real kiss. And that's when he was saying sometimes, she want a kiss and he not feeling his best and all that stuff, which probably was just an excuse or whatever, to kind of get her back.
Yeah, because to me, I think Shaq still resent the statement she made at the beginning. First of all, saying his bald head, she wasn't attracted to him. Then on top of that, she said she didn't want to kiss him. So
when he asked for one, while she's sitting on his lap, he asked for one and he got rejected. Yeah. And that hurts a man's ego. It is what it is.
And he's still holding on to that, like the same way he kept held on to resentment towards his dad. Shaq, he holds on to things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think that's from his childhood.
So Shaq said, Dr. Pepper said, if you don't kiss her, or whatever. I understand how she wasn't at first, but now she is. She's gonna start feeling rejected. So Shaq was like, "Okay, I see what Dr.
Pepper was saying, but Dr. P, it's kind of hard to let that slide. You telling me you didn't want to kiss me? Basically, you called me ugly. Now y'all supposed to forget all that? Oh heck no! I'm gonna pay her back. I'm gonna let her suffer for a while."
And he let her suffer. Yeah. He let her suffer till she come a groveling.
Right.
Ooh, kiss me now. Kiss me. Because I've been rubbing that bald head that I didn't like. It is something about the bald head being rubbed, ain't it? Ooh.
Why do I feel like you gonna poke my eye out?
I'm sorry, baby. Something about that bald head being rubbed, ain't it? Ooh, child.
Or you can go back to our community tab.
You can rub my bald head.
Go back to my community tab. Saw the hair I had back in the day.
Yeah.
Good
they
Good
lit
days.
you up in them comment section. It was all fun though. What you call you, David Ruffin? Oh, they got a slew. So yes, go and see Eddie in 19 whatever when he had
90s.
And that really is him. He had dreadlocks and he had the little. What was it?
It was scrunches.
I ain't scrunches now. There's something wrong with that. So anyway, Clint is FaceTiming his friend. Basically, it just, a friend want to know where they at. They're in a better place or a good place. But Clint wants to know more about her. Okay, on this next part, you got Jasmine and Aerys, and they are getting ready to talk to Dr. Pepper. But Aerys says some things about, women pretty much, amazing beings. But if it wasn't for Eve when she ate that apple, I totally disagree with him on that, child, because you got to look to the man. The men were the head. The commandment was given to the head, the man, and all that stuff. But
Alan wasn't standing right there next to Eve when she bit the apple. She was by herself talking to Satan. He was somewhere else. He can't watch her 24/7. I agree with Aries.
I do not think. I think that Eve pulled the apple, went to Adam, and told her what the serpent had said, and he was like, "Oh, okay."
No, I think she bit first.
I don't know. I don't know who bit first, but it don't matter. The instruction was given to the man.
Well, he wasn't standing right there.
The knees over her.
Now Alan was wrong for biting. I agree with that. But she bit first. Now, to me personally, if I was Alan, I would say,
pull up on your phone and see who bit first.
It don't matter, but the point is, who was me? If I was in Alan's shoes, I'd say, all right, hey, God, she bit first. You want me to help you kick her out? Grab the bags, get on out.
That's not even it. But anyway, let's keep it moving. So what Dr. Pepper asks, what can help the connection? Jasmine says she wants more emotional connection. And Jasmine go on to say that is pretty much why she don't share with Aries. And she was just saying, when it seems like at one point in her life, I don't know, growing up or whatever, she went to one school, she felt like she wasn't fitting in, and and she didn't fit in, and kind of helped her, it kind of hurt her self-esteem, and she just didn't feel good about herself. Then she went to one school, I guess she just kind of like forget that or revamp that, You know what I'm saying? She started, loving herself, loving what she is in life, her self-worth and stuff. Then she married a man because now she on the road to, hey, self-healing. And now she, hey, I want to get married, have kids. She meet a man that don't even like her. You know what I'm saying? She meet a person now. She don't want to go back to like, look, I worked too hard, honey. I worked too hard to get to this place of loving myself and self-worth for a man to, not saying that he was putting her down, but just not make her feel worthy. And yeah, I understand that totally, honey. I've been there, honey. And once you build that back up, you will never ever in life let somebody, a man, woman, whoever, make you feel less than. You want to say something?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I can kind of see where she's coming from, and that's why I think she entered all those beauty pageants, you know what I'm saying? Because it helps her self-esteem. But yeah, it's nothing better than starting anew somewhere. You leave one school, they pick at you, bully you, then you go to a new school, you can revamp yourself, you build yourself back up, you get your self-esteem back up, because these kids most likely don't know you like that. So now you're a new person. Now you build that self-esteem up, you start in the beauty pageant, you win them, so your self-esteem is getting higher and higher. Then you meet this man, you get married for the first time, something you always wanted, and the man you married or the person you married say you ugly, basically. And now you shattered. I said, man, I can't believe this, person don't like me because of my looks. I did all this stuff to kind of get my self-esteem up for my looks. Now my looks, it's not good enough. So yeah. So I can kind of see why she's, to me, I feel like she kind of checked out, but
Dr. Pepper said, well, did you tell him all that? She said, no, she didn't, because she didn't think he cared.
That's another thing I have an issue with, Jasmine, man. You got to speak your mind. Don't hold that stuff in. If you feel like you need to say this stuff, say it. If he cares or not, he needs to know.
That's one thing about us, that we have been transparent with each other. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to hide the feelings when we upset with each other, or we got an attitude with each other, because, I'm going to ask him what's wrong. But a lot of time, if I'm in my feelings, he going to say, hey, what's up? Your energy shifted. What's wrong? And sometimes there's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
But a lot of times he right.
Yeah, sometimes when I ask you, I say, you okay? Your energy. Don't say that, my energy on.
First of all, I don't sound like that, okay. And don't do that.
But
baby, don't do that. I don't do like that.
I would say your tone don't be like that, but you do say, don't tell me how my energy is. I said, baby, I can tell. Don't tell me. I said, okay.
Because that's when my energy is fine. But you love them G's to be telling to your energy off, your energy off, your energy off. That's because I cannot be on like point just 24/7.
I'm not saying that's
you
the
thought
problem.
You thought that's how it is.
But sometimes, even though when you quiet, you can still, your energy can still be off. Even when you I can still tell when your energy is off. So
what
I know when you all hyped up, and I said, okay, something ain't right. Well, I'm trying to figure out what's wrong. You trying to mask something. What's going on? So yeah, I know.
I mean, you do. I know. I think for almost since the day we met, you know what I'm saying, you was very in tune with me.
Yeah,
man,
shoot, I'm telling you. Ain't nothing wrong with me. Leave me alone. Right out of the room.
I'll do that. So, let's see. Dr. Pepper said that, maybe it's not you. Have you ever thought about that? Maybe it's him. Maybe some things that he working with.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And so Aries shared the part too that, it seems like, when he got close to people, a lot of people in his life passed away. He talked about his friend that, took his own life. And so, yeah, he was just saying, so he feels like if he get close to somebody, he may lose somebody via death. And
so that's why you lash out and say she's a 4. That's why you lash out and say she's a 6. That's why you lash out and say you don't want to have, sex with your own wife. That's why you lash out and say she's not your type. I don't buy that, man. I don't buy that, what you're saying about your friends. You don't want nobody to get close to you. Because if that's the case, you shouldn't have came on the show to get married. You know what I'm saying? I hate to admit it, but I think the cousin was right. She was right. She was on to something. She pegged you. She knows you. And you should have never got married.
Yeah. Jasmine said they come from two different backgrounds. You know, her parents, you know, were both married. She never saw an argument. She didn't even know how conflict resolution happened because her parents just like, honey, if they had issues, they go work it out somewhere else and come back like
That's
everything
good.
is roses.
Yeah, that's good to do if you can do that, man. But me personally, I cannot hold my anger in like that. I can't hold my anger in. Hold on, the child here. Let's drive down the street and fuss. I can't do that.
No, I couldn't.
I couldn't. I gotta let it out right then.
Now they may feel some kind of tension, but definitely do that. Yeah. So, like, I get it. But then I was like, but then it seemed like it was harmful because she never saw conflict. So she didn't know how to handle, you know what I'm saying, communication. And in her relationship, it kind of hindered her.
Yeah, when you see nothing but roses all the time.
You think that's how the world
is. So when you finally hit bumpy grounds, you don't know how to navigate. And that's what's going on with her because she don't know how to navigate when things get rough. You know what I'm saying? So all she does is shut down and hold things to herself, and that's why she don't voice her opinion.
Yeah, and roll her eyes, and you can see
her
body
man. You know, hold that stuff in, man. You gonna get your blood pressure up.
So Shaq and Kirsten are, you know, get ready to eat some food, and Shaq do his little happy dance on over the food because the food is here.
Shaq, you lost a lot of cool points with me, bro. A lot. When I see people dancing over their food, I think of them being greedy. Okay. Especially I hate to see overweight people dancing for food. Come like someone like a weight bringing some food to their table before the food get to the table up there dancing. I said, stop being so greedy. It's just food. You ain't gotta dance. Why are you so happy? I can't. That hurts me, man. That especially if they're in the car dancing and singing and eating. That hurts me, man. I hate it, man. I hate it. I hate it.
So, you know, in the next scene, so
she do it too.
Yeah, I do it sometimes.
Greedy,
you know what I'm saying? I'm
I,
not greedy. I'm not a lover of food.
I said, look at it. Greedy,
I'm definitely not a lover of food.
Happy, dancing, greedy. It's greedy.
And then for somebody that don't like it, he sure got some girth from it. So he must have loved it somewhere. Let me tell you, he like nutty buddies. He may not dance per se, but his spirit do change.
No, my spirit do not change. I eat,
like nutty buddies.
I eat.
You
like no, I eat to live, not live to eat. Keep that. Keep that.
Keep that. But for a person that tells us, oh, what had the Girl Scout cookies that you had in there? I thought, oh, they ain't got no more. Then what? I got 4 boxes. Get some lemon too. So yeah, when next time you going to the store? Because I need some chips and some cookies. Bring back some Mountain Dew. Ooh, if I don't have no Mountain Dew, I'm a horrible person.
Okay, hold on.
I am horrible.
Okay. I got a message to the Girl Scouts. Y'all ain't nothing but pushers, man. Nothing but pushers, man. Yeah, I know people like me but addicted to the Girl Scout cookies. Y'all coming on the scene, sell y'all stuff, and I'll be itching. You got some butterscotch? So y'all know y'all got me hooked, man. Ain't nothing but some pushers, man.
Yeah, that joke fell flat because they don't sell butterscotch. So let me tell you something. Let me encourage you. Let me finish. Let me encourage you. So if you dance over your food, keep dancing because this one don't dance, but he sure gonna try to get some. You got some Girl Scout cookies? So yeah, he gonna have his own little way, and then he don't like for you to talk to him in the morning because his Mountain Dew is like coffee. So that's his coffee. So if he ain't had that, don't talk to him.
Oh yeah, and I'm the person pull the covers off the bed. What this candy wrapper doing here? I don't eat candy in the bed. Oh, my bad. I thought I picked it up and threw it away. Oh, now we have amnesia. Oh, this was like months back. I pulled the cover back. I said, what this candy wrapper doing in the bed? Greedy. Middle of the night, eating, sleep.
I don't even eat and sleep. And eat in the middle.
I don't eat no candy like that.
What kind of candy was it?
Yeah, it was a turtle.
Okay, I probably ate it while I was up there watching TV. So I am not gonna be sleeping eating. No.
Why was the wrapper under the covers?
I don't know, child. Probably because I ate it. I just didn't put it on the nightstand. I just set it right there. You You talking about somebody
And
greedy?
she
When
falls,
you stalking the Girl Scouts.
and she falls asleep, you know, TV on, falls asleep, little button on, with toe wrap on her breast. That's greedy.
That's that married life for you.
Oh, that's greedy life. Oh, going back to the video.
How's we greedy? Because we dance on our food sometime and get happy when you stalk the doggone Girl Scouts. That's why. APB on. This man ain't come up here. He wearing that hat. He playing with that little toy. I think he up here stalking. So anyway, so they talking about that. Jasmine not sharing her feelings, you know, both her parents and all that stuff or whatever. So Shaquille and we were talking about the food. He was dancing. So it seemed like Kirsten's, she getting them, I can see it in her eyes. She's starting to feel this man. You know what I'm saying? She probably been started feeling. Some of y'all said because she's been rubbing his head, sitting in his lap, rubbing his hand, touching, you know, she
I just hope and pray this is not an act.
For her,
okay,
right.
yeah, because if it is an act, she's doing a good job of it.
So she was like, okay, so, you know, she working on some stuff. So she wanted, Shaq, she want to create a logo for her, you know, her brand or whatever. So he was like, okay, we can do this, put a K inside this house. And I was like, she said, oh, I see you. Okay, I like it. She said, you very talented. He was like, yeah, I'm definitely, you know, a man of many hats. And so she said, do you build websites too? He said, yeah, I got you. She said, okay, I'm going to have to send you an invoice. He said, you think I'm going to charge you? And she said, I'll pay you in other ways. I was like, okay, then, Kirsten, for the bald head, man, you ain't want to kiss nor did you like him. And
Don't
like,
trust her, Shaq. She ain't going to pay. She going to renege. You're going to have to foreclose on her.
So, yeah, I thought that was cute, honey. I thought it was cute. So, Nicole and Chris, they are meeting with Dr. Pepper Child. Production didn't care about what they got to say.
Apparently, I didn't care
about what they
got
got
up
to
and
say.
walked out.
Because it seemed like they're in a good place, so it wasn't much to talk about except for Nicole got some issues about her past and everything that's affecting her her current, and also that it seems that Chris, she had dealt with some stuff, you know, trying to, you know, get over. She put the wrong guys. She put the guys that was for her away.
It seemed like she liked bad boys.
Yeah, and she kept the guys that treated her bad or disrespected her.
She ran behind those type of guys.
Yeah, for 15 years.
Yeah, like she liked to be dogged out. So people say, "Ooh, Eddie, how can you make jokes about the cigarette and stuff?" That's what she liked. She said might like. So, you know what I'm saying? Because she might get tired of the little get a two-shoe Chris and say, I need a bad boy. I need a bad boy.
So Chris said in his past, you know, he's always been vulnerable, you know, and he just pretty much tell it like it is. And he was like, you know, yeah, a lot of women have ran over him, you know, and not appreciated, but, you know, he always kept the fact that, you know, his person be out there for him somewhere. So in the next scene, you got the couples task, and the couples are tasked with a bunch of questions to kind of get them to interact with each other, kind of go deeper into, you know, their relationship. So let's start with Jasmine and Aerys. Ain't much to say on that because she ain't have much to say. Go ahead, baby. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, you know, Aerys was asking Jasmine questions, and you can tell she kind of checked out. She just gave, I don't know, I don't care, basically, you know. But you can tell Aerys, he was getting a little frustrated and irritated. And it's because that, you know, Jasmine was telling Dr. Pepper that she want them to get, you know, in deeper conversations. And now Aerys trying to get into deeper conversation. Now she just acting all nonchalant about it now. Like she really don't care. She's not, you know, interested in having a conversation like that with Aerys. But Aerys, like, you know, he was getting deep with her. He, you know, he answered the question, saying something about his, you know, he forgave his friend for like unaliving himself,
taking his life.
Yeah, and you know, he said to him that was a coward move because, you know, you're leaving these people behind grieving for you. So he was kind of mad at his friend for doing that. But over a period of time, he decided to forgive his friend. And I guess he asked Jasmine a question like that, and she said, "Well, I can't think of nothing right now." And yeah, I'm saying, okay, yeah, Jasmine, I can see right now either you don't care or you already checked out.
Yep. But she did answer the last question, like, what's the worst thing, you know, you are at right now in this moment or something like that. She said her marriage. Mm-hmm. Like, you know,
not just the way she said it, how she looked when she said it, how she looked. Mm-hmm. She like, you know, facial expression. Yeah, you know, like,
And I think Jasmine said on after party that, you know, she was at a point, you know, she just shut down because, you know, she had been trying, and she just getting to a point where she's just tired. And you know, so yeah.
I get it. You know, she has that right because this man been basically, I won't say dogging her out, but you know, he's not showing her no interest or no attention. So yeah, you know, hey, you need to move on. You know, so I get why she feels the way she feels.
So Dr. Pepper's talking to Gina and Clint, and Gina said that they pretty much been focusing on having fun. Dr. Pepper said, "Listen, you can't just have a marriage like that, honey. Y'all have to go deep, communicate, be intimate and stuff like that." So to me, they just focus on being friends. They ain't trying to go no deep for real because it seemed like they both scared to go deep because they gonna step on each other's toes and say something they ain't got no business saying and hurt each other's feelings.
Yeah, they roommates, man. They even act like roommates. They go in each other's rooms, sit there, talk about their day. It's just straight up roommates and friends right now. So yeah, man, you know, that's not marriage.
Gina said she does have a hard time opening because she grew up with her mom. Her mom raised her. She's a single mom. I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't never believe nothing, learn that childhood trauma affects grown folks 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old today. If you don't get healed from that stuff, if you don't find out what your issues are, it's going to affect your marriage. It's going to affect any kind of relationship that you have with another human.
Yeah.
It's easy to be by yourself and not be bothered.
Because as a child, everything, you know, you're very impressionable as a child. And so when you see stuff like that, you go through some trauma like that, it's going to stick with you, like you said, until you get some therapy or some kind of help. And to see her mom, being a single mom, struggling, and she said, if I ask my mom for help, I feel like I'm a hindrance to my mom now because we didn't have that much. So instead of asking her mom for help, she did it on her own. And now that's how she is as a grown-up. So yeah, I get it.
Clint said as far as him, he don't have a problem with holding back. He gonna tell it why it is. Gina says she feels that Clint don't ask, you know, the questions like for her. He want to know the question, but he don't ask her the question. Clint like, listen, this ain't no Q&A, child. I ain't gotta ask you the question. You should volunteer the question.
I disagree with Clint. Sometimes you do have to ask a question. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know something, you gotta ask. You know what I'm saying? So he has to. He asked the question. You might be surprised. She might open up to you and open up the floodgates.
Yeah. I mean, we still ask each other questions to this day. You know what I'm saying? And this is how Eddie asks. Let me ask you a question. I said, oh Lord. Because let me ask you a question. I don't know, it'd be laced with stuff that, I don't know, it go real deep or some, I don't know. It's just in that part because maybe it's just like a little triggering thing for me because he finna ask me something that, you know, that could possibly hurt his feelings, I say. You know, and that I have to really and truly go to a deep place and, you know, be truthful, which I'm always be truthful, but this truth may hurt. So anyway, so Clint said, you know, he wants it to feel organic. Dr. Pepper said, well, listen, y'all both got two different styles and all that stuff of, you know, opening up, asking questions and stuff. So Gina just feel like, you know, but Clint throw that in that list. I was with a woman for 3 years and she was not living in her truth. I said, ooh, was that shade to Gina? And
yeah, it was. It was. And when he said that, I said, ooh, that was something like an underlying shade going on there. But yeah, I think it was.
And I think Gina, you know,
she picked up on it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think she did too.
She got that big smile, and so she's, you know, she make them faces. Let's see. So Nicole and Chris are in the gym and they doing their questions while they working out. So the question was, what's the most shameful thing, you know, that you ever encountered? She was just saying about that cigarette burn that, you know, she never told her mama, but she feels that her mama do know, and now she know her on national TV. And so yeah, it's shameful, and that's something that she don't want to talk about. In the thoughts?
No, because I don't want people to get mad at me.
So Chris said,
I don't care. Y'all got some thoughts. Yeah. Shoot, y'all don't get mad at me anyway. Might always make y'all laugh while y'all mad at me. I was picturing when her mom asked her that about the cigarette burn, I was picturing the man by the door like, you better not tell her. You better not tell her.
It's not funny because that girl, when you laugh on it, I did because I was laughing at this, not necessarily what happened. It's your your image.
What?
It's what you had just said. I wasn't laughing at the situation. I was laughing.
It's a jacked up situation. Don't get me wrong, but she stayed in a situation like that for 15 years, man.
Yeah, she like bad boys.
Yeah, she like bad boys.
So Chris was just saying for him, his mama, if I understood
Hey,
correctly,
he had nothing going on.
his
man.
mama had thrown a party,
Yeah, Chris,
and they
come
was
on,
like
man.
underage or something like that, and the police came and arrested her, and he felt bad and stuff.
That's been a teenager, man. Come on,
What
man.
teenager mamas get pregnant, get arrested?
A lot of them do. Shoot, I could name 5 of them right.
Oh no, they get arrested. You know what I'm saying? That's
Come on, Chris, man.
That
You could
ain't
have came with a better story.
they ain't that kind of problems, is it?
You're right. That's what I said. Yeah.
Because nah, that ain't feel.
What? Buy you some? Child, I ain't buying that. You gonna get me locked up? Shoot, this person of mine.
And then the parents I'm gonna lock me up. No, he did it. He got it. You taking him. But yeah, that ain't.
Yeah. On this side of the road here, nah, that don't happen.
Yeah. But Nicole did say that she is a little afraid that they happy little bubble will get popped. And
Can't you walk around with eggshells?
yeah,
man.
and it's gonna not be what she is, because I guess she's still feeling like she in Fantasyland.
She's still in the honeymoon phase. The problem not really a problem. What she needs to understand is that after a while y'all gonna settle down, y'all get your marriage, you're gonna have your ebbs and flows, and she's gonna have to deal with that, man. Everything's not gonna be honeymoonish. You know what I'm saying?
Let me say this, I guess it just depends. But if you know that you guys have tackled some hard questions, have had some deep conversations, and even some arguments that went kind of deep, but you still afloat, and you still good, I think the honeymoon can last to forever, because
Okay, great.
Because I still feel like we're in our honeymoon stages, and we've been together 5 years plus.
I hear you, but I'm trying to get the what's her name? Nicole to understand that, to me, I see her, if they have a big disagreement, I feel like she's gonna fall apart and she's gonna freak out because she still has that trauma. Oh, my bubble is burst now. How am I gonna handle that? Right. Well, I'm trying to get to her to understand you're gonna have those type of arguments. You're gonna have those types of disagreements. It's how you deal with it, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't freak out. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all have it, don't mean your bubbles bust. It's part of being in a marriage.
Yeah, and don't think like that either. You know what I'm saying?
You walk around with eggshells. You can't live life to the fullest. Cause if I do this, the bubble might bust. Yeah. If I do that, the bubble might bust. No, I can't live like that.
Or you waiting for it to bust.
Right.
Because people like to tell you, like people used to say, oh, y'all still on y'all honeymoon stage. It'll settle down, or you'll relax, or he'll get on your nerve. Y'all get up on each other's skin. Y'all will be like, ooh, y'all don't want to be,
All that, most of that happen. Yeah, sometimes you got on my skin.
But the honeymoon phase still did not change, even in that, because when you come home, I still smile. I be like, ooh, there go my husband. So I'm excited to see you. I still want to spend time with you. So to me, it's still the honeymoon.
It's vice versa.
I think the honey ain't ever got to drip up out that moon. It can stay there forever.
Sometimes, boy, sometimes, like today. Hey, no. Today, you like, ugh. My right eye started jumping. Ugh.
And the honeymoon still there, child.
Because you made me so upset.
So the honey is still in the moon. You see, that mean, honey, he's excited to see. I make him do that sometimes. So yeah, that's my fact.
Wow.
So anyway,
I don't get it.
You want to tell the people?
I go back what Aries said. Sometimes women.
Hey, we be women then, honey. We be women. So let's move on to Aries and Yvette. I think that's Jasmine mama name. So she came over. She was talking to him. Duchess acting like, what's the other dog name? Duchess is acting like, what's his name? Duke. What's that? Clint them dog. Because it's Clint dog, Gina. You got to get you another one, girl.
Get the dog name.
Yeah, the dog over there. So Duchess wanted camera time. Duchess want to be in the camera, in folks' face and everything. Duchess want it.
He almost got on the news too.
Why?
He chewed on his shoe. You know, he's a sneakerhead, man. And Duchess got a hold of one of his shoes and chewed on it. I guess chewed on it pretty bad. Because Aries said he was upset about it, but he said, "Man, I'm surprised how quickly I got over it." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, cause she did talk about that, and so he said that he feels that their marriage is not going the way it should, because she did ask about it, and he told her the incident where Jasmine was just saying, hey, talking to Dr. Pepper, we need to open up. And then when it's time to open up, she kind of shut down and stuff and not having deep communication. Mom said that you got to pull out of her.
I really don't think that's the case. I think Jasmine is kind of like has a walled up because of the situation that Aries put her through. So I just think she basically right now she's kind of checked out.
On the after party, she did say something, but I can't remember it to what effect it was. Mom said that okay, I know you were saying something about y'all want to have sex, or y'all agreed to have sex after decision day or whatever. I said, okay, then, Mom, you come with the sex, child.
That made me feel so awkward. My mom said something about sex.
But one thing I could say too, it probably doesn't bother her because she is a first lady, or whatever, they,
okay, that's
and
fine.
Maybe she just used to counseling people.
That's cool, but don't counsel them people. Don't come counseling me. Yeah, I don't want to hear that, man.
And so she said, but what if it happens, like y'all get past this and the feelings happen before decision day, don't shut that down, because now you're gonna be saying, oh, we need to wait till decision day. Just go ahead and there you go with my daughter.
Get them cookies, man. Get them sanctified cookies. Sanctified, man. Sanctified.
And so Aries was saying that he wants a deeper connection with Jasmine and stuff. So Mom said, well, both of y'all are in y'all head. Y'all get out y'all head. I think that y'all can make it work, because she wants it to work. Everybody got to make an intention. And she did say, when marriage is not easy, you got to make it intentional to fight for your marriage, to fight for conversations, to fight, put the work in. And I totally agree with that,
because the enemy hates
a
great marriage, a good marriage, a spiritual marriage. He hates it, so he's gonna try to do anything and everything to rip it apart. He can send women, he can send men, money, anything to rip that marriage apart. So you got to fight for it. You got to pray over it and fight for it.
Especially if you got to shake your foundation. Once you build a good, strong foundation, ain't nothing coming between that, but you got to continue to have a good foundation and communicate your feelings and ask questions that you want to know that may be so random, but it's maybe something that you want to know that your spouse will, communicate that to you.
Right. It's all about communication. Like, for instance,
effective communication.
Right. I totally agree. For instance, like, if your wife said, I like this certain type of car, and she sends you that car, and she said, call the salesman. And you call the salesman. The salesman, yeah, we still have the car. I said, babe, they still got the car. I changed my mind. Why send me the car if you didn't want the car? I don't know. I just thought you probably want to look at it. Don't send me nothing that you don't want me to call, because you send me something, I'm thinking you like it. Make it make sense. But then again, it's a woman. So.
Well, first of all, you're going to tell the story, tell it correctly.
I did tell it correctly.
No, you added something.
What
That's what people, you got to pay attention to how people tell them the story. I'm finna tell you. So when I sent it to him, I just emailed it to him. I didn't say call them. I didn't say, I didn't say call them. I didn't say, hey, you added in there, hey, babe, I like this cup. That's not what I said. Hey, babe, call them. I didn't say any of that. The thing is, I was emailing.
Now I'm still the time when you sent me something, you told me to call. Baby. So I'm assuming it's the same thing with this one.
90. You should have took that 10. So the 10%. No, I thought you said 90%. So you should have took that 10. So that part you should have said, hey, okay, you sent me this. What's up? because knowing that he know that the particular car we looking at don't have the kind of rims that I
But you
like.
sent me
don't
the
have all
same
that.
car 2 days ago. And you was
Something about it. I know it when I see it.
but the point
it.
is, you sent me the same car 2 days ago, and you was enthused about it.
It was a different dealership. I mean, a different ship.
But the same car, same color, everything.
This is me. Hey, it is what it
so
is.
yes,
we drove to Ohio to get yours, child.
That's different. Cause I'm a man. I know what I want. I see what I want. I get it. All this back and forth.
That's how you
got
me, ain't it?
Anyway, back to the
That's
video.
How you got me, baby.
Back to the
video.
You
saw it. You knew what you wanted.
My right eye starting to jump again.
Well, you the one talking about it. So anyway, let's move on. So Gina and Clint, they asked questions, and let's see. The question was, do you avoid asking for help? Gina said yes, she do, because she was a single. Because I wouldn't say she was a single mother, because her mom was a single mom, and sometimes it was just, I think you used to talk about that in the first one. I think you may have got it, kind of crossed up or whatever. So and plus she didn't have a father in the home. And Clint said, well, I kind of understand that, although my dad and my mom was still married, my dad worked so hard and stuff like that. Sometimes we didn't hardly see him. So, I kind of understand that. He wasn't full-time dad. Let's see. I think Gina was just saying too, she felt like because her dad wasn't in her life, why would anybody else want to make the effort to be in her life? Like, damn, some deep. I hope these folks got some therapy. You know what I'm saying? If they would say, well, my therapist said, but child, they may edit it on here and we may not hear that part.
And the thing about the dog, Gina's dog, is that, to me, I think the dog ties both of them together, Gina and Clint together. That's the common denominator, is the dog.
Yep.
To me, if you took the dog out of the equation, you ain't got nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
That's the same way is with sometimes people that get a child young, a couple that get a child young, they haven't built who they are, what they like in their marriage or relationship, and they focus on the child.
Right.
That's why sometimes them children grow older and they go off, then people like, who is you?
Yeah,
they ain't built nothing.
And some people, like for me, for instance, I can't be friends. Like if I'm hanging out with friends, I can't be with a homeboy one-on-one. I gotta have a third person because I don't have the energy to entertain somebody one-on-one. So I need the other person to kind of fill it in while I kind of ease into the background. So yeah,
or just say stuff a little here and there.
Yeah, what, for real? Yeah, that's all I'm gonna put in, and they'll go back. Really? I jump in a little bit more, and that's it, man. I don't have that energy to be a friend one-on-one.
I do.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. Yeah, you can be.
Oh, why you say it like
that? Yeah. I can't do that.
But I'm just the friend. I don't like to talk on the phone though. I mean, every now and then we can do it every once a month. But to talk on the phone all the time, every day, I'm just not that person.
I'm that awkward.
I'm the in the face person. Like we can talk in person.
I'm the third. Call me the third wheel, man. If you got a friend, you need a third wheel, hit me up.
So let's move on to Shaq and Kirsten. This was the highlight of the night. Highlight.
I said, I was playing a little porn music.
And y'all thought that Shaq was playing for the other team. Some of y'all in the comment section. Okay, let me.
Hold on. No. Let me finish my dang on joke.
Oh, I know you.
Yeah, you so hyped up.
I heard you say wah wah wah.
I said when I saw the scene, I started playing the porn music.
How you know that music sound like that?
You never had Cinemax back in the day?
I sometimes if it was free on the cable.
Okay, you watch Cinemax Saturday night, late at night, or
Friday night? Didn't know when it came on. Someone said Cinemax After Dark.
Yeah, see, you even know the whole title.
I got it from you.
No, you did not.
And then they didn't play porn music.
They play soft porn music.
I thought it was more of movies I thought it was more of a movie that may intertwine into that right there.
That's what porn is.
Okay, let's stop saying it, honey, before they flag this video, child, because we said too much. So, anyway, so as they, Shaq, and this was what I was saying. So some of y'all thought that he played for the other team. I think that sometimes
that's
people...
the whole mean. That's not what he did.
No, I mean, to me, I've been seeing more of his masculine side
I'm not.
into
I get it.
in it. In the beginning, he did seem like he had some feminine ways. That's why I think that people should just give a person a chance and see their full mannerism before they just coin them as that.
But
Because you do have some men that have feminine ways, but does not mean that they are gay.
But you have some men that have masculine ways and still be on the down low.
True.
Okay.
That's true.
Because for a man sleeping
Can't
with a
tell
woman,
nowadays.
because a man doing all this with a woman don't mean he ain't playing
I
for the other
agree.
team.
I
Okay.
agree.
So you really, I'm not saying that about Shaq, but because you see a man kissing and rubbing a woman down, oh, he no, that don't mean nothing.
That's why, and that's a good point, because people are so quick to say a man gay because he got feminine
Right.
ways, but they won't say a man gay because he got masculine ways.
I agree.
Gay, homosexuals, gay people, they come in different, like you may have two female women that are two feminine women that are lesbians. So you can't tell nowadays. So
you really can't tell. You can't. Side story. I was in Atlanta, and I was pumping gas, and I was at BP gas station pumping gas, and I see
This was before me.
Yeah, before you. I see this the person, the cashier of the gas station, walking out talking to this guy. Long hair. I was okay. I see your sister girl. Cute. From afar, she looked cute. I said, all right. So you know what? I'm going to pay for my gas and see how she looked up close and personal.
You seen the body?
I saw the body and everything. I thought, okay, she had body, got long hair and everything. So, I think I bought some chips and a soda pop, and she told me the price. I reached in my pocket, grabbed the money. She held the hand out. Hey, that's a hard looking hand. So I gave her the money. And then she kind of put the hand over. I said, dang, it's a harder looking hand. Hands look harder than mine. I looked up. It was a dude, man. I said, ooh, if I was drunk, I would have got.
So, what made it look like a dude? Like, how did you know?
When you got up and close, you can kind of tell.
Okay.
Because first of all, the hands gave it away.
I know the hands.
Then you look.
Because he had on makeup, right?
Yeah, makeup and everything, but it was a dude. I said, ooh, Nick. Plus, he was outside talking to another dude. I thought it was like his girlfriend or something. So that kind of threw me off, because from afar, you had this dude talking to this girl.
Okay.
And when you go into the side to pay, when I went inside to pay for it, the girl turned out to be a guy. Mm. And,
he was talking to a real girl outside? Or real?
No. The guy, I guess that was the girl boyfriend, okay? The cashier was the person I was talking about, the girl. But it wasn't the girl. That cashier was talking to another guy outside.
Oh, okay.
And when she went inside to go back to work, I gave her my money.
Boyfriend out there.
I don't know what it was, or who he was, but all I know,
he probably finna get like you.
Yeah, because I walked in there, gave her the money. That's some hard looking hands there, man. They were ashy too. I was like, golly. I looked up.
They had nails on.
They had nails on too, man. I was like, God. I looked up. I was like, dude. I was like, ugh. I could have got God. If I went to the club,
he didn't hold your hand like that.
No, he didn't do that. I said, if I went to the club, it was kind of dark in the club, I would have been messed up.
You know how many people that did that? You know what I'm saying? And some transgenders, tell some of them tell up front, their true gender.
Yeah, and like I said, if that's what you do, hey, knock yourself out, man.
Just don't deceive nobody doing it. So anyway, I was about to move on. So Kirsten and Kristen, they doing the body painting stuff, so it seems as though, Kirsten, like I said, she feeling him. You can tell it in her mannerism, in her eyes, honey. So she wants him. Shaq said, so she wanted him to take the lead. And he said in one of them, don't get pissed when I do it now. They start laughing. But she wanted him to take the lead and be more intimate. So he said when she came home, she's like, what is this? So he had the little paint. He said, we're finna do some body painting. I guess on you, not me. And so so she went and changed her clothes and all that stuff. So she got up on the table and he doing some little artwork and painting and stuff. She was like, you really into this. Like, I guess it was sexy to her to see her man, really being focused on this, on her. And so he said, how you like it? She said, oh, it's nice and stuff. He was doing her up here and all that stuff. So then what's the next thing he went and got, baby?
Yeah, he went and got some strawberries and some whipped cream, and for some reason he didn't tell her to open her mouth. She opened her mouth anyway. I was like, okay, all right.
Oh, tell me when the whipped cream
Yeah.
comes.
And she had her mouth open. He put the.
That's what you do anyway.
He could have put it somewhere else. She didn't want to open her mouth.
Oh.
So she opened her mouth.
I guess you should say this way going on nowhere else, but go ahead.
Put the whipped cream in the mouth. He put the strawberry in his mouth and he started kissing. Hold on, let me finish my story. I know you hype. Let me finish my story. Y'all know when you watch them old black sitcoms when they start kissing, they be like, woo! That's what we did. When they start kissing, we say, woo! Just like that.
Hercules. So yeah, it was like, but when and the strawberry and the whipped cream, so you know what I'm saying, I guess you got to try to eat it like that. I ain't did that. So he was like, oh no, he was in there now. He was going in there. He was just like a little, like, I'm gonna get this. And so he did that and asked, did she want another? She was like, yeah. But he said, I got her.
See, Shaq, he didn't. I think at the beginning of the season, he said, I used to, she wanted him to ask, for him to kiss her, you know what I'm saying? But this time he didn't ask.
No, he didn't ask. And I think she liked that.
Yeah. So I'm thinking if he had done that at the beginning, I think they'd be in a better place. I think she wants somebody to take control.
I'm glad you said that, because he said on the after party that she said that she liked to be dominated.
There you go.
She liked to be dominated.
Yeah, I think the problem with Shaq, he was trying to be too much of a gentleman that he didn't do that. Yeah. But sometimes some women like to be dominated. Sometimes women like to be, told what to do. You know what I'm saying? And she's one of them type of women. Yeah. And I think the more you dominate her and take control over her, the more she's gonna like it.
I think the friend said that too. I think if I'm not mistaken, one of her friends said that, you know what I'm saying, that she likes to, you gotta
be aggressive.
Yeah.
You got to be aggressive, man.
She likes for you to take the lead. She likes for you to take control and stuff like that.
Yeah, so, man, shoot. What she needed that dude Nicole was dating with a cigarette.
So that was a little shocker for us. And
you think it was?
Yeah.
It was bound to happen.
And then too, to know, and I just gonna tell you that, since they told us, honey, in the upcoming previews, say, me and Kirsten consummated our marriage. So yeah.
They did the Oochie Coochie.
Yep. And I know they did that night because the production asked us, she said, I don't know if we could. Like she like, she was like, we finna do it, honey. I finna see if I got my prayer request, because I had said my prayer request was going to be.
I think she really liked to be, like you said, dominated. She likes an aggressive man, and
some women do.
And hey, well, close your boat, but I just think
she must be a Scorpio.
Shaq should have been more aggressive at the beginning. He was being too nice. But now he knows. Now he knows how she is. So from this point on, you know what you need to do.
Yeah, and but the next thing she told me, so well, you need to start buying us a house. We got to buy a house. He was like, buy a house?
Huh? Cause you gave me the Oochie Coochie. I'm gonna buy you a house.
That's what I'm finna say, baby.
You lost your mind.
She said hers is worth more than gold, honey. Now I got you in there. Now it's time for me to be aggressive over here and work this right here. You needs to be buying us a house.
You lost your rabbit mind.
He was like, a house. I gotta get my money together. I'm still going to school. I'm still putting money for this and that.
She said, I don't care. I gave you Oochie Coochie. That don't matter.
He said, my lease will be up. She said, yeah, in like 3 weeks. But still, I ain't finna try to get no house. You need to be trying to get us a house. But anyway, so, yeah.
Man, we were talking about the Ilana. Ilana gonna have you finance the house for 30 years. Woo! You were good. What? Credit check? Okay.
Some women got it like that. So,
I don't know who.
So, anyway,
ain't no way I'm running 30 years old on Oochie Coochie.
They'll pay off your car and everything. So, anyway. So she did a body roll and everything. So she did a body roll, and she was up there talking about, they gonna go ahead and let's go watch this paint off. So yeah, she did her little stripper thing and everything. Now, buy me a house. I'm a realtor. Let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired of sitting in that little Airbnb because, it ain't really my house anyway. Ain't nothing in there. Anyway, so let's move on to the after party. So let's see. So basically, I just want to talk about what Clint was just saying, and I think I talked about that the girl that he threw the shade at about Kirsten, that girl that he said that he was with for 3 years, and she really and truly he didn't know who she was. I said she did that. What's her name? Chris. One Chris wanted to tell me that girl. I'm engaged to somebody else.
Oh yeah,
you know, and
no, Chris. Who was that? Got kicked off the show.
Oh, you're right. That was Mac.
Mac, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Mac, yeah.
So yeah, he said that the girl, what he said?
He said the girl, they bought a house and
they was going to buy.
Oh, they was going to buy the house and they was trying to get engaged. And
they was about to get married.
Yeah, they was about to get married. He was about to lay it down, and so you know what? This is the woman for me. And he said one night she came to him, said she had a calling. And Keisha said, who called her?
He said the high power.
The high power called her and said she needed to be a midwife. And she needed to go to Colorado. And Keisha asked him, said, did she do it? He said, no, she ended up going to Hawaii to become a nurse. So, hey.
He said, well, it sounded like that calling had something. It was the right calling or something, honey. It got confused.
No, what it is, that calling went to the Delta airline. They gave her a ticket for Hawaii instead of Colorado, and she ended up in Hawaii.
Yeah, she didn't want to be with that man, basically. In other words.
Man, if you was going to dump me, don't tell me don't use God.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Just say, hey, I ain't feeling you. But then again, I said, oh, man. I don't know why she left me because God had to tell her. Well, that might kind of stroke your ego a little bit.
Yeah, if she became what she said she was going to become and what he was calling her to, she up there butt naked in Hawaii telling me she...
Well, maybe she said... I said, I will probably ask her, I thought you had a call to go to Colorado. Well, yeah, on the flight to Colorado, God called me again on 3 ways. I got to Hawaii.
So anyway, you guys, we hope you enjoyed this video. We always say that it ain't much, but we always give y'all that and a little more. And we appreciate you guys because some of y'all say y'all love watching us more than the show because we're more entertaining. Hey, tell the people that somewhere, some production company, so can be on the TV.
They think we're too silly.
I ain't say they TV. I said so we can be on the TV. They don't have to be Lifetime. So
just don't put us on Tubi though. Don't do that. Don't put us on Tubi. Overacted.
What is Tubi, baby? Tell the people.
I think Tubi is when people they shoot films. Not just people. They put movies on there, but people can put these low budget movies on there, and you can tell low budget too, man. Because
when they do this, and I ain't gonna make the sound because I don't want to get this video flagged. When they go pew pew, and then like a pew pew, and then what they do.
It's like a whole 5-minute delay for it to get hit. I mean, come on, man.
And they lay and they turn and they lay like on the couch, like so soft and gentle. And then I don't know, somebody may put the ketchup on them or something like that or whatever.
Or they have one guy on the screen where he fall on the ground. They cut and cut back to the guy. It'd be a different man, but it's supposed to be the same guy on the ground, but it'd be a different person playing that guy.
Sound like one of them Tyler Perry movies.
No. Tyler Perry ain't that bad.
No, on one of them times they cut somewhere. Then it was the wig was different or something. He had a different shirt or something. People don't be paying attention.
It's like that guy. What movie that was? Tyler Perry. He was in the restaurant and they said, "Man, pay attention to the people in the background."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And one guy was eating. He had no food on his fork or no food on his plate. I said, "Come on, Tyler Perry. They didn't catch that when they were editing the movie, man." But yeah, man.
Well, that's it. That's all we got on that note, you guys. We're going to go ahead and get out of here. Don't forget, we got a big announcement coming up. But if you want to know more about it and you want to know about it sooner, you can check out our Patreon and find out what we got coming. The new announcement that will be announced once we hit 20,000 subscribers, that'll be on this platform. We're excited about it. And shout out to everybody in the comment section. You guys rock. We appreciate you. Don't forget to go God and let God go with you.
I always put God first, and maybe we will be on Tubi. Who knows?
Deuces.